And here we go. This is Noah Bland along with wait, hold up. This is Noah Bland along with Michael. Michael, tell the good people where we are, how we're doing.
We're at College Park. It's currently 10 o'clock a.m. start time. It's a little breezy, cloudy skies, but it's a nice day for baseball.
It's a great day for baseball, Michael. About 72 degrees, good cloudy, so the sun isn't blazing in on us. Gary Weaver's on the mound on first base for Loyola, number 9. He's got a decent lead. Gary checks him over. Talk about the University of Maryland. They've had their ups and downs this season as it fouls back into the Loyola fan side. Michael, talk about Maryland, the DMV scene, the Nationals, the Orioles. Baseball is a big part of our area, and it's nice to see uh, everybody coming out here. It's a very early start time. I mentioned I got my Red Bull. This was breakfast for me today. I'm drinking a Red Bull. I don't know what you had to that's
Yeah,
not very baseball like this pitch outside.
I had nothing so far. Still haven't eaten anything today.
You're running on dry.
Yeah, I'm running on dry. I woke up about 40 minutes ago. But yeah, going to your earlier thoughts about the baseball scene in the DMV. Yeah, the Orioles were like the staple point as he got pitched right there, so he'll get the free base. But going back to what you were talking about, um, the Orioles were, in the 70s and the 80s, in the 60s, they were you know, probably one of the top three teams in baseball, won three World Series during that time. And then the Nationals came around like early 2000s, 2005. And, I think the DMV has been just really been, very popular with baseball and
This one
just,
whacked on the shortstop. Could be a double play. Turns it over to 2. Play at 1, and he got him. Much needed double play for the Dirty Turk Club. And that was you talk about you have 2 runners on, nobody out. How much of a relief is that? I know you played some infield back in your little league days. How much is of a relief is that in boosting up your team, especially what could it mean for your pitcher?
well, that's huge. You could have had bases loaded, but instead you only have one man on third and there's two outs. So that's definitely huge.
2 out, pitch on its way. It's a breaking ball, little upstairs. I want to talk to you a little about Weaver, what Gary means to this team.
Yeah,
Gary's the president of this team, and his leadership ability is second to none. They call him a glue guy on the bench, so I've heard. And Weaver checks deals, and the pitch is downstairs. Weaver's 12 pitches into his outing. We can take a look at Weaver's stats just a moment here. Let's pull those up for you and how he's done this year. He's their number one guy. He's thrown heat. The count now 2-0. 2-0 on its way. Much needed strike. Now, does it help that Gary doesn't have to worry about the man at third running around the base path now that you don't have anybody in second and first? He can change his approach, right?
yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Right-hander Gary Weaver kicks and deals his 13th pitch, and it's a strike. Runs the count even at 2. 2 outs, a man on third, and we welcome you for a 10 a.m. start time. So enjoy your breakfast, whether it's French toast or donuts if you're a police officer. I know that's the stereotype, but I don't know who's watching today. So enjoy, get your coffee, and enjoy some Terrapin Club baseball. This one fouled. Watch out, because there's a parking lot that soars over to our right. It's always funny. Me and Michael will come to the games here, and when it's fouled off, everybody kind of holds their breath when it's fouled off to the right side. So when you see a foul ball go to the right, and you hear a crash sound,
Yeah.
just look the other way and pretend nothing happened, is what I'd say.
Yeah. Just hope there's, not a passing car or a walking pedestrian walking by, I've had a few close calls when it comes to that.
But if you caught a foul ball and you're walking to, let's say, geometry class, would you be? I'm sure you would enjoy it.
Oh, I'd be really excited. I'd definitely keep the ball. In fact,
And Gary Weaver ends the inning. A much needed get out. Weaver had 2 men on with nobody out. They get the double play, and Gary cleans up the mess. That'll do it for the top of the first. Maryland gives up 2 hits on no runs and a runner left on. This is Noah Bland, and we'll be right back with Terrapin Club Baseball. Sick. Good stuff. You enjoying it?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad. Let's get here. Let me mute us.
Oh,
Um, put this on your Instagram that we're on. Advertise that.
okay. Copy the YouTube link.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And just put it on,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you don't want that.
and I'll do that too. Sweet home Alabama.
Roll, Tide, roll. Oh,
Waiting for doubleheader, baby. Let's go.
so what? You got a double header?
Today's a doubleheader.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, that?
Yeah. Get it. This is your day, buddy.
Oh my God.
We'll have the games down. Don't worry.
I got you.
Welcome back to Maryland baseball. The top three, top of the order. Let's give you what we have in terms of the box score in the top of the order. It'll be Brown to lead off, the center fielder Dalton Brown. Hills will follow him, and in the cleanup spot, it'll be Harris. That in the fourth, batting fourth, Vogue, followed by Hillel Schwartz. Tyler Blake will DH after the injury he suffered in the offseason. He hasn't had much time. He usually spends his job as a catcher. He was last year's president. We'll get a lot from Blake later. And we have the seniors mic'd up today. That footage will come via Instagram. But Dalton Brown will step in and try to get the Terps on the board. Brown this year is their best hitter. In 16 at bats, he bats a 438. When he can get aboard, that's exactly what you want out of a leadoff guy. Take a look at Francisco Lindor, a guy who can just get on base. Michael, what does it mean to have that trust, that faith?
Yeah, it's always good to have a guy who's, first at bat, first bat, who's always good. It's always good to be able to get on base. So you got have a guy, obviously immediately on base, and if you can get him on second, you have a man of scoring position. So that's definitely huge.
Brown usually gets a hit in the outfield. He's got a bit of a shallow outfield spray chart. So it'll be shallow left, shallow center, shallow right. He doesn't hit for power a lot, but if you're a leadoff hitter, you don't necessarily need to hit for power.
Yeah,
It's all about just getting on base and
yeah,
setting the table.
for sure, for sure. You really just, like you say, you just really need to get on base. That's the most important part of this game. And if you can get an early start with your first batter, then that's huge.
Pitch hit on right to the shortstop. Dalton Brown will try to run it out, but it should be an easy throw. Almost gets him off the bag. It does. And Brown is safe. He's got the speed to run that out. And it didn't look like there was a sense of urgency from the shortstop. Maryland's first base runner is aboard. Do you rule that? I think you rule that a hit.
Yeah, yeah, I would rule that a hit. But I could definitely see people ruling that as an error because that was definitely a play the shortstop definitely could have made.
Looked like a bit of an off throw. And Brown has speed, but he doesn't have too much of a lead over there at first. Now he does. He shuffles over to his left about two steps. First pitch right down Main Street. I think that might have hit Gary. This is Weaver. This looks like him. No, this is Hillis. That looks a lot like Weaver. Weaver's more. So pardon my error. This is Hillis. Yeah. And he takes a long hit. That one towering. It might hit the football field and go right through the uprights, but it won't get you any points at baseball. And we commence uh 0-2. So Weaver's on the mound and we have Blake DHing. So that's an error on my part. Call that an E1 on the announcer. Breaking ball upstairs. Loyola coming from Baltimore, taking after the Orioles. You big Orioles fan, I had to throw that in there. Hopefully their pitching can be more successful. This one popped into left, chasing in on the left fielder. He gets there, and hustling back to the bag is Brown. Michael, I know baseball is the name of the game right now, but today is the start of both the NHL and the NBA playoffs. So I know you're looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. It's always exciting. NHL and NBA playoffs are always a really good time during this time of year.
Make sure.
So NHL
First pitch on its way to Harris. That's Aiden Harris, and the pitch is outside. Harris batting in that ever so important 3 roll. You'll notice how he crowds the plate. He doesn't give the pitcher too much room to work with. Pitcher's still got to watch Brown at first. Brown wants to go. He immediately takes off and he's caught in a pickle. Brown still has to find somewhere and he lost the ball. Brown stays at second, dancing amongst the base path, and now the Terrapins have a man in scoring position. Uh-oh. We have a wasp over to our left. Michael, I hope you're not afraid of bees. Pitches downstairs. I know you have your allergies, so bees might be a little scary for you, Michael.
Huh.
Especially being an Orioles fan. You guys aren't Orioles aren't I don't know if an Oriole and a bee would who would win that fight, but I don't know if you and a bee would win that fight. Pitch on the outside on the inside part of the plate, and the count goes to 2-1. Runner in scoring position, just one out. And that puts Harris in a position where he doesn't necessarily have to be on his heels as much in terms of the double play. This one outside, and the count runs now to 3-1, one out, man at second. Number 48 on the mound is 12 pitches. And the Mets fan in me wants to say 48 is Jacob DeGrom's number, as this one is fouled off and the count runs full. But I will let's check on that. I should know this as a diehard Met fan, but maybe it just so happens that our pitcher, if this is true, is a Mets fan himself. Yep, number 48. And just like that, Harris gets on. The University of Maryland had 2 men on with just one out. You got to watch for the double play because we saw that come to um, bite Loyola in the butt early on. And that's how Weaver got out of the inning with the double play. Maryland with a healthy dose of right-handers. First pitch is right down Main Street. It hobbles foul over to our left. Michael and I, we met in math class once. We are both not very good at math, so
Yeah.
we are in the worst math class on campus.
No,
But
but
we
it's
managed to
been fun.
pass.
Yeah, it's been really fun that math class. Just the people, the people in math class are just, just really chill
And
people.
we use those statistics so we can apply them to baseball,
Yeah,
right? It's not like we're goofing off. We don't goof off in class. That can never be us. Never.
definitely
Not in a million years.
two clowns in the back.
This one whacked into right, carrying. It's got room and it's over the wall. No, it's not. It's over the right fielder's head. Should be deep enough to score the run. Gets to the cutoff man. Maryland is on the board. It's another error on me. Nonetheless, though, let's celebrate. Maryland's on the board first and standing in. That just might have gone over the wall. It had a lot of carry on it, and I think I lost it over the right fielder's head.
Yeah, and I think the right fielder lost it too.
Yeah, that was a big part of it. And the pitch is high. Standing in now, Hillel Schwartz. Hillel Schwartz is celebrating Passover. As a member of the Jewish tribe myself, we love to, there's a big Jewish community at the University of Maryland. So I see at Hillel Schwartz at a lot of the Jewish events, and um, we're celebrating Passover today. Easter also, you're celebrating Easter tomorrow. So everybody's in a holiday, not a holiday spirit, I guess, but celebrating their heritage. This one fouled over to the left by Hillel Schwartz. Men on second and third. University of Maryland already up by one. And thank goodness we have this stadium because Michael, believe it or not, our first couple games we had a different high school field
Hmm.
that we had to play at, and it was a big struggle. And it looks like Schwartz is down on strikes. A breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. He's not a fan of it, but nonetheless, that's how the ball went, and that's what the umpire called. There's two outs, but Maryland still has two men aboard. There's no force play right now. Number 48 on the mound, the potential Mets fan after Jacob deGrom gets his first strikeout of the day. Oh, there's a butterfly. Better than a wasp, I'd say. We had a wasp earlier. First pitch or second pitch on its way, it's well inside. So now with man at second and third, do you protect? Is that the name of the game right now? Are you protecting the plate? Are you what's your approach?
Really, I mean, there's two outs, so I think all you really need is just flip single or just a line drive single, and just do whatever you can to get your man home.
This one might not be the case. It falls over to the left, could go into the bullpen. It hits the cage, and a lucky spectator will have the pleasure of getting a University of Maryland Club baseball because we know how valuable those are and how much those go on the eBay market. So man at third. Michael, you want to switch sides?
No, it's
Because
okay.
that way you can watch the camera. This one over the third baseman's head. It could score the run. Turning. There's going to be a play at the plate. The throw is well off. Maryland has a pair of runs in the opening inning. We're switching. Sweet, sweet. Just watch the camera. So here's Tyler Blake. Me and Blake, me and Tyler, we go a long way back when I started doing this last year. Meanwhile, a pitch well over the second baseman's head, play at second, and he's in there safely. So now again, Maryland have a third runner of the day in scoring position. Me and Tyler go back. He was the president when I started doing this with Maryland last year, and he's my main line of communication to this day. Tyler takes a healthy cut, swing and a miss. Blake's a catcher by trade, a position that he platooned at this year and last. Last year he had more of an emphasis, but he also plays a bit of a manager role. Breaking ball on the inside part of the plate, and he knew it got him. Great pitch to set Blake down, but nonetheless, Maryland get 3 runs on what is 2 hits after a walk. And that'll do it for the first inning. 3-0 University of Maryland. And if we were to take any regards to what this could mean, we're in good spirits now that the way University of Maryland's playing. We'll be right back after these messages from absolutely no one.
So, so how do you use your mouse?
I'm gonna mute it. Hold up, give me a sec. So, do you want to do the camera work?
Huh?
You want to do the camera work? You want to become our cameraman?
If I can figure this out.
You gotta keep it still. Remember,
Yeah. That's a pretty good view, though.
for sure.
Get it back a little bit.
Generals gather in their masses.
That's funny. I had no idea it was a doubleheader today.
Yeah, man. It's only 7 innings per game, though.
Oh, 7-8.
Yeah.
I heard it's going to be 9 game.
Okay.
I heard.
For sure. Oh, it might be the doubleheader tomorrow then.
Son's team.
Oh, who's your son?
Number 20, cleanup,
Oh,
Vogel.
Vogel. Okay, good. 'Cause I didn't know how to pronounce because there's no. It's just Vogl. So I didn't know like when there wasn't the vowel, so I didn't want to get it wrong. I'll say Vogel.
Yep.
Great, thanks. Um, well, we can check. Doubleheaders tomorrow,
Okay.
so be ready for that.
They canceled.
They did the whole
No,
game.
you did.
I had the app. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I gotta play.
So we're just getting word from trusted sources, everybody. We're back on. We're just getting word from trusted sources that tomorrow's game will be canceled. And we will figure out what we're gonna do with that. But this will become a 9 inning game because the doubleheader is canceled and the pitch goes out to the right. But we don't have much access. Game Changer is our number one line of communication, but we now have an inside source that we can't reveal at this very moment that has given us the rundown. But a 9 inning game. This pitch is fouled off the screen, and then but there'll be another game coming up soon.
Okay.
We'll do that game together.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I got you. Gotta get my feet wet and stuff.
Exactly. Top of the second inning, Weaver kicks and deals, pitch right down the. I liked the call, but it was called a ball. What did you think of that one, Michael?
Yeah, it's definitely a questionable call. It did look like it was in the zone, so
Remember
I
though,
don't know.
these
Can't,
umpires have a hard job
yeah,
for
you
sure.
can't always get them right.
This one clobbered over to the first baseman's side. Should be an easy play. Touches the bag, and that'll be the first out. There's your guy. Is that Vogel? Is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vogel will step on the bag. And there is your guy. He's batting cleanup, so he's definitely got that power. Take a look at the when you have a guy that plays first base and they bat cleanup, that usually is a sign that that guy can mash the ball. Is it? You take a look at a Pete Alonso, a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. type thing.
Matt Olson, Freeman. I mean, he usually plays in third, but he definitely has that ability to play in the fourth spot.
And Weaver strikes his man. Number 10 will take his base, and they're gonna have to watch him. Weaver hasn't had too much issue with his command, but he's just got to get used to things today because I don't know, he's not necessarily into it.
Five.
I do talk about Weaver a lot, though. I've talked to him many times. Gary is just he's a great kid. He's a really sweet kid, and he never means any intention. This one runs inside, and it'll be an easy bag for the man who makes his way from first to second, number 10. But once, and this was, I don't want to say an issue because a lot of pitchers face this problem. Uh, this was something we saw from Weaver last year is the opening innings aren't too easy on him. But that'll happen with a lot of pitchers, even in the majors. You can see that. Carlos Carrasco is an example, and Weaver strikes on the outside part of the plate on that pitch. Just to give you an example, he can come back with his pitches. Well, I should like text this here. My parents, they could watch. Yeah.
See, no, it's like 7:30 in California right now.
Are in Cali?
Yeah,
Alright,
I'll definitely tell him about it though.
for sure. Next game, Virginia Tech is 11. Up to add Virginia Tech, but they're rescheduling. Open. Do you want to take that trip?
Should be fun.
This one right up the middle. It could be a play. Out to the shortstop, and he bobbled the ball. Now to the second baseman. Vogel gets him at first. That'll be our second out. And for the second straight inning, the University of Maryland has let up a runner to third. Now, meanwhile, they got out of it last inning, and Weaver can do the same. As we've seen, he got out of it last inning with, I believe, what was a 4 pitch strikeout. If Weaver can deliver the same type of velocity and command that he got on those 4 pitches, and we should see Maryland get out of this smoothly. Club Terrapins. Maryland won their last game against UVA by a score of 22-0, by the way. That is a football score. And Weaver gets him to go. Swing and a miss. But that's a football score.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah.
big football score.
That is
That's like a 70-0
ex-
score of football.
yeah. Well, as a New York Jets fan, that is a score that some team would put on us. That is a Bills Jets type game. Swing and a miss. He barely got the side of the bat. And now Gary Weaver has the chance to get 2 strikeouts to end the inning with a man on third. Here's Weaver, a swing and a miss. He got him again, and Weaver leaves him stranded. 3-0 score remains. Gary Weaver has found a way to get out of it. Call him an escape artist. And we will catch you on the flip side in the third inning. Noah Bland alongside my good buddy Michael. We'll see you soon. Very soon, probably like 20
Yeah,
seconds.
20 seconds. No commercial breaks here.
No commercial breaks. What are we advertising? Ourselves.
Ourselves.
That's all we're advertising.
Molokai Burger.
We're advertising
Maryland Dining.
Maryland Dining and Math 107.
Mr. Lucker.
Mr. Lucker,
Mr.
Math
Lucker.
107. Get the playlist I'm rocking with. The hard rock.
You got Rush.
I
And then
know,
we're
I
having
know.
Bruce Springsteen. Your connection's really good.
Just taking a picture. My other buddy is coming.
Yeah. 3-man group.
Gary, Keith, and Ron. Welcome back. This is Noah and Michael on the call from Bob the Turtle Smith Stadium. Welcome to the Turtle. Maryland up by 3-0, and then they get their second chance at bat. 3 hits and a walk last time, and then a rough start to the game for number 48. First pitch is called for a ball. It's high. So, Michael, from what I hear, this is your first time doing a broadcast. How do you like it so far?
Yeah, it's definitely new. I did the news broadcast for my high school, so it was me basically just reading off a teleprompter. So this is definitely quite a new experience, but it's something I want to pursue my future career. So it's good to get my feet wet.
Here's Alex Pope. The pitch is called on the inside part of the plate, a little low. Pope looks to his bench as to say, I didn't like that call. But nonetheless, this is Pope. Michael, let's see. Read off the stats. Tell me what you see out of Pope.
Yeah, and 8 at bats, he has a 375 batting average, which is obviously outstandingly good. He has a 444 on base percentage, 944 OPS, and a 500 slugging percentage. So obviously just outstanding numbers for Pope.
Alex Pope with Easter coming up. It coincides, right? Pope knocks it foul, and it goes over to the Maryland dugout. Easter coming up. Michael, you have any Easter plans?
Well, this would be my first Easter without, my parents involved, so I'm not sure what I'll be doing. My parents and I usually, as he takes a free base on that one, my parents and I usually just, go to church, do a little Easter egg hunt. We usually have our own little traditions, like as a lot of people who celebrate this holiday would. Um, but yeah, they're out in California right now, so I'm not sure what I'll be doing tomorrow, but we'll play it by ear.
Probably watching a lot of hockey and baseball, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Still early. The first pitch fouled over to our left. This is via game changer. Zach Ray is in the right-hander's batter's box, wearing number 33. He's the bottom of the order, and then we wrap things all the way around after him. Man on first, nobody out, and a 0-1 count. Local time 10:33, gray skies, but It's not a bad day for baseball at all, given the temperature. Pitch inside again, and Ray has to fight it off. He's down 0-2.
Yeah, 74 degrees today.
At 74 degrees
Beautiful.
at 10:30, so it could get a little hot. But with the cloud covering, we're gonna be comfortable enough to enjoy ourselves. Tonight is WrestleMania, by the way. Me and my friend that you know, Owen, are gonna watch that. Another breaking ball that Ray will fight off, and it goes right into the on deck circle. I don't know how the foul balls are played. I don't know if they have to go retrieve them because I don't know if there's a limit in foul balls. I don't know if there's a surplus like in Major League Baseball. Um, so there are instances like if you go to a Bethesda Big Train game,
Uh-huh.
you have to give the foul ball back.
Huh.
Pitches outside, and in Japan they actually make you give the foul ball back. There'll be once you get a foul ball, there will be officers that'll come up to you and force you to give the foul ball back. I mean, that's no fun.
No, that's not fun at all.
Pitch is fought off by Ray, gets past the first baseman, and Ray, who had to fight off an 0-2 count on 3 pitches, gets aboard. Maryland's got runners at first and second, and now here comes the top of the order. Don't want to talk things over. That is, yeah, Ray in his 16th at bat. He was batting .333. Will stay alive. Tall, lengthy, and now on base.
All right, now you see we're at the top of the order.
I believe we're at the top of the order. Yep, Dalton Brown. Brown got on base earlier, and he takes a first pitch hack into the batter's eye. Should be deep enough to at least get the second baseman to third. He'll take his turn, head for third, slide in there, and call it safely. Maryland with runners at the corners, and it's not scored a sacrifice, but it essentially does the job.
That definitely does the job, and now there's only one out, so there's still an opportunity for this next guy up to. All you really need to do in this situation is to get a just high pop up, and then that'll be enough to get the man on, get the man home.
Yeah, and that would be called a sacrifice. That doesn't go. And when it's scored, if you sacrifice, that doesn't go against your batting average. And there is that kind of long debate about whether batting average is a valid statistic on worth, but nonetheless, here we are.
Yeah.
Pitches right down the middle, and he fouls it off. Really got good. He got a good pitch to hit, but couldn't quite get bat to ball right there. It hit about under his bat. He's got to get a little bit more under the ball because it was just on the. It hit the bottom of his bat, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah. It's down low.
So you have Alex Pope at third, Zach Ray at first, and Hillis takes ball 1. They take him back at first to watch him. Nothing doing. Pitcher kicks, deals. That was another pitch to hit. He almost goes up the line. But it seems as though this pitcher is either giving the Terps pitches well outside the zone or something that they can really get a hold of right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have to work on his command and getting the corners, trying to get hitters to reach or react. This one again low. The catcher did a good job to play it cleanly, almost interference. There you go. We got some help from the crowd. I didn't even notice that. We have a man on second now. Now 2 runners in scoring position for the Terrapins. Ray at second, Pope at third, and Michael is not. Michael is beside me. This one popped, blooped into center field. 1 run comes in to score. They won't challenge the second run. It's 5-0. The Terrapins, and a Terrapin animal might be known as a slow and not a competitive animal. Nonetheless, they're up 5-0. You talk about the tortoise and the hare, right? Right now, the tortoise is steaming on by.
This is a great start.
Trying to look for Connor. And the pitch is well inside. Good read. As there's Harris. Ray came in to score. So did Pope. Hillis is now at first. That was exactly what they needed. Just right in front of the center fielder, but deep enough where he couldn't make the out, and it could score a run. Play back at first. There'll be a play at second, and I think he got the tag. Let's see what the call is. Yeah, he got him. Yeah, we might have to call the command center.
I had to go to New
Yeah,
York.
yeah. We'll have to go to New York. Yeah. What does the office say? Oh, it was a close call. Yeah, the umpire wants to take a look at it. I think we were chatting him up before the game. He actually so he was telling us he's from Connecticut. Do you know the wiffle ball was created in Connecticut? So he was telling us stories all about the wiffle ball and the history of how it was there. Pitches inside. So he also might be used to umping the wiffle ball. So he could have a good sense of the way the breaking ball moves and how it might be called for a ball or strike.
Yeah, yeah, that's very interesting. I had no idea that ball originated in Connecticut.
Well, they got nothing else to do there.
Yeah,
Connecticut's the most boring state in the country. Well, New Jersey. Well, New Jersey,
New Jersey, you got some stuff you had to do.
you had some iffy stuff,
Jersey
but for sure,
Jersey
yeah.
football, yeah.
But what's there to do in Connecticut?
Go to Bristol, go to ESPN, go to ESPN headquarters.
You'd like to work there.
I've actually visited there. I was able to get a tour there. It was pretty fun.
Sick.
Oh,
Full.
And now up to bat comes Vogel. Vogel, here's the power guy. First baseman hits at three level. I mean, any baseball fan will know you hit three in the order, you play first base. That's a formula for hitting a baseball out of the park. Here's Vogel. You could even tell in his stance, taking off is Dalton, but he's gonna have to make his way back to first. You could tell in his stance too that he's ready to mash
Oh yeah,
because you know I'll often see batters will kind of swing the bat when they're getting not swing, but they'll
pull that back.
shimmy the bat. They'll let it they'll give it some loose ends. So watch the bat and watch his hands. See how he's rotating the bat while he waits? That means he really wants to get at it. Breaking ball upstairs. Now, power guys, when they see a breaking ball, that if it's in the right position, that could be a steak dinner. They could really start to eat on that, but he laid it off and the counts 1-1.
Yep, that was a good read.
1-1 on its way. Hit over to second or the shortstop. Play at second could be just one, and that'll be enough to end the second inning.
Second.
9 innings or 7 innings to play out of our 9 innings. This is Noah Bland and Michael. The score though 5-0. Maryland gets two, leave one runner on, and we will be back shortly.
Where's your boy?
Gonna be at 10:45. Here soon.
All right. Some of the Virginia Tech plays before they're interesting, man.
How do you know that?
Because I've been to the stadium.
Okay. I'm Shrek. Your last name is Shrek.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's an Iowa fan.
I guess that never gets old.
He's an Iowa fan.
Iowa.
Yeah, even though his mom went to Princeton, his dad went to like Yale. He's an Iowa fan.
Iowa. All the teams.
He's a genius, but goes to he roots for Iowa.
Really?
Yeah,
Shit.
I think it's a family thing. Yeah, it's live. So welcome back to Maryland Club Baseball, top of the
Third.
third inning. Weaver's first pitch couldn't be more down the middle for a strike. He's just testing the waters. This one fouled off. It chops over to the right, and immediately Gary Weaver has got no 2 count to work with. Weaver can work with, can try to get, hold of maybe a pitch on the inside part of the plate. Try to maybe a slider. Try to get him to chase. Could be what we're witnessing. And he got him. 3 pitches, and Gary Weaver is 1/3 of his way down to an immaculate inning. What did you see out of that?
I think you said that was a good pitch to good 0-2 pitch, good chase pitch, and yeah, he was able to get him.
Put the whole at bat, I
Yeah, the
think.
whole up bat. Yeah, he was just totally just had a number on that one.
So Weaver 1/3 of his way to an immaculate inning. 3 pitches and a strikeout. Swinging on 2 of them, 1 of them looking. Weaver's 4th pitch is low. In a 9-inning game, right now, if we take a look at what Weaver's 46 pitches in. This one hit in on the left field. It'll be a can of corn play over there out on the left. No wind really challenging the ball. Easy pop flies for outfielders. That'll do the trick for the first out for the University of Maryland. Weaver has been cruising along through 3 2/3. He's only thrown 36. So he can possibly comfortably go 6. And now joining us, the third member of our crew, Connor Schreck. Connor, no relation, I believe.
No.
No? Connor's still in high school. This is Michael. Michael played at Blake.
Nice to meet you.
And we have all our game changer stuff up here right now. Fouls over to our right.
Yeah.
Connor, introduce yourself to the viewers.
It's good to be. It's been what, 2 months since our game 1 fiasco.
Game 1,
Yeah,
our
opening
inning and a
day.
half.
That was inning, only an inning.
An inning.
It
Pardon
was.
me. Pardon
Yeah.
me. Me and Connor met at play-by-play camps a long time ago. Swing and a miss, and Gary Weaver's got 2 strikeouts on the inning. He'll cruise his way on to the bench, and that'll do it for the top of the third. Maryland can increase their 5-0 lead. They've been towering with the at-bats. How you doing, man?
Great. How are you?
Having a good time. So,
Exhausted.
yeah, he just
Yeah.
came back from practice.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Practice,
yeah. Where you at? St. Andrews?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tax alley.
He's pretty darn good, I think. Are you good at ball?
I'm good at defense.
Is it Iowa fan? Iowa fan?
Iowa. I am. I had to change out of my Iowa shirt.
Nobody cares.
I know.
It's not like a. It's
No,
not like,
but it was sweat. I didn't do it for. I didn't do it for this.
no.
Disgusting. This is a nice field.
I know. Well, this is the field that they play. Yeah. But yeah, man. And then they're rescheduling another game, and it'll be played here now, so we'll do that. But yeah. So everything was canceled.
I got tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Easter.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why they would schedule it on Easter.
especially against a Catholic school.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal was, but it makes sense.
They don't look quite as good as Maryland.
Yeah, it's 5-0 right
Yeah.
now. So,
I'm looking at their second base.
yeah.
Come on. It's turf. Yeah.
Wait, you're senior.
So
You're a sophomore. You're a baby.
we always have this talk.
We do always have this talk. How much of a child you were. Yeah, dude. We went to camp. You were in like 7th grade.
I was.
I was his counselor. But I was the worst.
That's
You can
not-
ask him. You can ask him.
You were a
You
counselor?
can ask him. I was a
Did
terrible.
not end well.
Wait, shut up. Shut up. There.
It's okay, bro. I was a counselor too one day.
Yeah, but you were a decent counselor.
Yeah.
I was still a child.
Yeah.
I was still a child. So like I was more of a child.
So a child.
The other counselors would get annoyed. They were like, "Why do we have to?"
Who's this guy?
Anyway,
It was just Adam.
Hated. Looks like we're back now.
yeah, it's fine. So looks like we're back. Hillel Schwartz is in the right-hander's batter's box. Talk about Hello Schwartz again. I mentioned this is his first at bat. He's celebrating Passover. And Easter's tomorrow. Both people on my broadcasting crew are going to be celebrating Easter. Schwartz pops one into center. It plops right above the second base grounds. And Schwartz has his first hit of the ball game. You know, I know, Connor, you've only been here for a second,
Yeah.
but what have you noticed so far? Because you told me you were looking at the second baseman earlier.
I mean, you notice that this is high level baseball, but it's not college high. And I think Maryland, especially up 5-0, you're not gonna be devastated if you lose a runner trying to steal or pull some base running shenanigans. It's stuff you do when it's a score to try and get some insurance, especially in a doubleheader when you want to save your best pitching maybe for game 2.
There's a breaking ball on the inside part of the plate. Me and Michael were talking about this. The pitcher is either giving you something, well, from what we've noticed right now, he's either giving you something that you could hit like a steak dinner, or he's pitching right like that. That's well on the outside part of the plate, and Hillel Schwartz will part the base path, so to speak, and make his way to second.
Okay.
Hey, it's
It
Passover.
is Passover.
It's in the
Passover, Easter.
Passover, Easter.
It's a great
We're in
weekend.
the holiday. It's a great day for
Everyone,
baseball.
everyone's happy. Beautiful day.
Beautiful day. Yeah.
Not too hot. No
Pitch.
longer at a random high school.
Yeah. Pitch on the inside part of the plate. We're not on JFK.
That was terrible.
They had to cancel the game, not because it was raining, not because it was cold, but because the field essentially became quicksand.
It was quick. What do you think about the safety base? First time I've been to a college game since they really installed the safety base.
This one clobbered into left field. It could at least make its way to the gap. Will it go over the wall? No, but it goes over the head of the left fielder. Schwartz will take the turn. He should be in to score. Making his way in onto second is the man who just had at bat. That is um,
15.
Thomas, number 15. And Maryland now up 6-0, a prancing lead. Maybe now that you're comfortable enough,
I am
remember,
comfortable.
not you, the team,
Yeah.
buddy. But Maryland won their last game 22-0. You start to go to your bench just to get everybody involved, have some fun, and the holiday spirit, I guess.
In the holiday spirit. Yeah, maybe not this early. This game is not over. But especially in a doubleheader like today, you gotta get into your bench because kids are gonna be tired. It's a Saturday morning. It's a beautiful day for baseball, but I'm sure not everyone in that Maryland dugout is awake yet.
I don't know how many of them have had their coffee yet
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Pitch is down low. Bottom of the third, man on second. 1-1 count and 1 out. Michael to my left, Connor to my right. Connor Shrek. I don't know, Connor. You probably I believe, and Blake just got hit. That's Tyler Blake, the former captain last year, former manager. Now he's a senior. He wanted to get playing, and Maryland has a player at second and first, and we got some Taylor Swift on the PA.
It's a great white girl music there.
You probably, being in high school, still hear so much Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah. I mean, during practice it's a vibe. Other than that, it gets annoying.
People, yeah, it is good music. Pitch that Pope didn't like. It was
It
borderline.
was just,
You thought it was a straight.
it was over the outside. It was tailing in, two seam fastball.
It's our baseball expert. Iowa baseball is really good this year.
It is. I'm shocked. We're not good at any sport, but baseball now.
You can't. You can only punt so many times in a football game, right?
Punting is winning.
And punting and running the ball.
Hey, Caleb Johnson is the number 2 back in this draft, and you can't tell me otherwise.
Pope hit it off his shin. That's not true. It's Genty and the kid from Arizona State.
That's
so
true.
you're
Okay.
not Scataboo or whatever.
Yeah.
He sounds like a
Caleb Johnson should still be
like
a
a
first
children
round
like
pick.
peekaboo, right? That'd be a sick call, an
That
announcer
would be
call. Like
Scataboo.
he go no, but like
Peekaboo.
Scataboo, peekaboo
play-
through the left tackle.
No, that'd be a good home run call.
Yeah.
If he played baseball.
Oh yeah, peekaboo. Or maybe if he gets through the left tackle and he makes his way, Scataboo, peekaboo,
I'm
something like that.
looking in this first base dugout. There's no one in there. They brought 9 people to this weekend series.
Yeah, man. That thank goodness they have enough. But what does an injury do? Does somebody from Maryland have to take over?
You never know. I'm kind of curious now. I'll step in. I
Yeah.
brought my girl.
Guys, I'm a sophomore player for a local team.
I can play second base.
Pitch is high.
No,
and on the inside, high and inside, but called for a strike. I thought that was
Yeah,
high.
no,
he
he
swung.
swung.
He went over the plate. Yeah.
He couldn't hold up.
Michael, we haven't heard from you. This is your first broadcast. You hear me and Connor talking and getting the kind of feel for it. How have you noticed? How are you feeling out the ropes?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, it's my first time doing this, so it's you know, I appreciate you guys teaching me the ropes, and I get to listen to you guys do your thing. So I'm definitely gonna take a lot from this.
Me and Michael met in math class, um, where
Your
we
stupid math.
stupid math. We are in the worst math class. You could probably pass that math
What
class.
math class?
Easy. It is essentially algebra. It's the
Yeah.
only one I have to take as a journalism major.
I was
And
gonna say, why are you taking
well,
math?
I have to. It's the one class.
Just like your gen ed stuff.
Yeah, and I brushed it off.
But you did say we might have to take a stat though, right?
It's a, it I there's a stat for journalists class that's just an
It
easy.
could be helpful.
It's just an easy. No, but it's just an easy course. It's for us to thrive in.
Okay.
Action in the Maryland bullpen, it seems.
Maryland has a full, protected, safe bullpen,
You
and
let the visitors out there.
and the visitors kind of have to fend for their own.
Kind of sitting ducks out there.
Well, they can't put who are you going to throw in the bullpen? They're out on the field. This one hit. It'll get past the shortstop. He had no chance. There might be a play at the plate from the left fielder. He doesn't have the arm, and Maryland goes up by a touchdown and an extra point.
Football game.
It is. It's the last one too. 22-0.
Yeah.
Sounds like an Iowa score.
No,
Either way, no,
7-0. This is
7-0.
Iowa score.
This is Iowa.
Yeah.
Iowa football at its
Two
finest.
safeties and a field goal, though.
Yeah.
No touchdowns here.
Michael, you're a Maryland football fan, but you also like South Carolina. I remember from thinking.
Yeah.
I'm a Penn State football fan who goes to Maryland. It's just a mess. Into right, uh, coming in on it, the right fielder, and he dropped it. Also, the cap went flying off his head. They'll take a turn. There'll be a play at the plate. The cutoff man lost the ball. Never mind. As Blake will strut on over, he'll touch the bag. He'll even do the pleasure of returning the bat. And it's 8-0. So that's 4 safeties. Iowa football remains supreme.
2 field goals and a safety.
Or 8 safeties.
Yeah, 4 safeties.
Four safeties.
I could see it. You got 2 safeties in game once. Lefty warming up in the bullpen for Maryland.
Bounced over to the left. It had a lot of velocity off the bat, but it hit off that cushioned part. You talked about how you like this field much better, obviously, than the high school field we
Yeah.
played on. But you'll notice that the seating area is very limited. There's not a lot of seating for a college baseball team. Pitches down low. It broke low.
Most important thing is a good playing surface. You could fit fans anywhere if you have to, but I'm in beautiful turf. Mound looks nice.
After this game, we'll get there and we'll do some interviews, so you'll be able to touch the turf with your own hands if you like.
Looks exactly like our turf. Beautiful for taking ground balls.
You private school kids and your turf,
Most baseball fields are turf.
not the high school.
Not JFK. That's a
So Ray is at second, Brown is at first, the leadoff man. Hillis is in the right-hander's batter's box, crowding the plate and all. Beautiful day for baseball. 8-0 is our score. Breaking ball that's well upstairs, and now the bases are loaded. So the bases are loaded, 8-0. A grand slam could make it 12-0. But meanwhile, Loyola want to talk things over, down 8-0. What are they telling? What are they asking? Are they talking about what they'll have for dinner tonight after the game? What is the conversation, you think?
It's the most helpful conversation in baseball. Just throw strikes is what they're saying. Throw a strike, trust your defense. It's hard when the defense is sloppy, but that's what you got to do, especially when you're walking guys. No pitching.
Yeah, they'll keep him in, and he's 76 pitches into his outing.
2 1/3, 76 pitches.
3 1/3, or no, 2 1/3.
Third.
Yeah, you're right. We're still at the bottom of the third
Yeah.
inning.
Still.
Maryland keeps keeping this game up.
Third baseman playing it. He'll come to the plate if it's hit hard at him. Middle infield will twist.
Pitch on the inside part of the plate. we went to camp with the good old Michael Mursky, who
We
for the
did.
Next Network, who is really making a name for himself. He was at the NFL draft, stuff like that. This one popped up. You might have a chance to bring your glove. No,
No, it's well, even
and it flops. One run comes in to score, a second run will hold, and the bases remain loaded. I've been doing play-by-play duties. Connor, you want to take over a little bit in the play-by-play duty
top of the
department?
fourth. We'll give
Top
you
of the fourth.
we'll give you the rest. We'll
We'll,
give you the rest of this fun inning.
depending on how it could
Yeah,
go,
that's true.
this inning could go,
This inning could go. I need a
till the end of
5 run.
Easter. We
Yeah.
might have our an Easter egg hunt by the time that this inning is over. We have Connor looking at his phone. He's so popular, so
So
he just gets all the notifications. Bases loaded. First pitch is inside. This one to Vogel. Now, right to our left, we got Vogel's father, who is watching on Philadelphia kid. He was giving me all the info. He's the one who told me that tomorrow's game was canceled. So I
you
guess my
know that?
sources are leaked. This one right on the second, a poor play by the second baseman to hit off his glove. And one run comes in the score. I've been saying that all day. A second run comes in the score. There'll be no play at the plate. 10-0. 5 safeties.
11-0. That's
11 to
a lot
nothing.
of safe. That's
That's
four, four safeties and a field goal.
4 safeties. We're from now on. I feel we're doing
Everything's in terms of safeties.
Iowa scoring right now. We're seeing how Iowa
Hey, we beat you guys, but we put up what 40 on you guys.
Penn
I don't want
State
to hear it.
or
No,
Maryland.
Maryland.
Yeah,
Not
you
Penn
guys
State.
is him.
Yeah, him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty embarrassing.
That was fun.
That was not fun for me.
Were you there at
I
that? Or
wasn't.
that?
I was at that pitiful student section.
Yeah,
It's not my
it
student.
could
So
be. This session could be more passionate.
poor play by the catcher, and everybody moves forward. There might be a play at the plate. Nobody was covering. The pitcher didn't cover. It's 12-0. He just
6 safeties.
6 safeties.
This is quite the inning.
The defensive line is surely doing its job on the opposing goal line.
What is?
Wrong sport? Maybe a little.
Yeah, maybe a little.
Standing in now, Hillel Schwartz. Schwartz might have been up in this inning, and Schwartz, a towering ball deep into center. It might make its way over to the batter's eye, over to the second baseman's head. A ground rule double for Hillel Schwartz. I think he thought it was over. He was taking the trot, but now he'll stop. Meanwhile, even more runs come to score. Vogel advances to third.
That a Baker's dozen.
And it's Baker's dozen. Say that louder for the people. I mean, that was a good,
Yeah,
That's a good
input.
comment.
That's
Yeah.
a good comment, Michael.
Baker's
Michael, you're
dozen.
getting there. We're gonna turn you into a star. He's a
He's gonna be a
journalism
star.
major. We're gonna turn you into a star, Michael.
Pitching change. First baseman's gonna come in. It looks like.
And it looks like Connor Schreck is being called from the bullpen.
I wish. I threw a bullpen yesterday.
Did you pitch, right?
Yeah.
Occasionally, yeah.
If I have to.
So as a pitcher, what would be your approach? You're getting killed. Oh, the wasp is back. The wasp is, but we were talking about that wasp earlier. Are you afraid of bees, Connor?
They're not my favorite.
If you get sting on air, that'll certainly make for a clip, though.
Yeah.
Stung on air?
Go on to Sports Center, not top 10.
Yeah. Announcer freaks out over UMD club baseball announcer freaks out over wasps on air.
The thing about bees, you just really gotta let them. You just gotta let them be.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended.
Fully intended.
Unless if it's a wasp, then the wasps just won't care. The wasps are the worst. They will just do so much stuff. So much stuff to you. It's just
They're scary.
Yeah,
Wasps are scary.
wasps and yellow jackets are probably the worst. Bumblebees are,
Hornets are the worst.
Yeah,
Hornets
yeah,
will get you.
yeah. The wasps are just mean.
Wasp, I feel like a bumblebee is like Bartolo Colon.
Yeah.
A regular bee is what would you call a regular bee? Who would you compare
Regular
that
be
to?
like a boring old player.
Like a Patrick Corbin.
Yeah.
Patrick Corbin.
Like
we don't talk about that.
Oh, Nationals fan over here. A regular bee is like a Patrick Corbin, and a wasp is like a Trevor Bauer.
Yeah.
It's like a Trevor
Trevor
Bauer.
Bauer, yeah. But are we talking about in terms of just like scariness? Because if you're talking about hornets or yellow jackets, it'll probably be like
a Aroldis Chapman.
yeah, or Aroldis Chapman, or just the most lethal closer in baseball.
Aroldis Chapman's terrible.
105. Andrew McCutcheon was like, "Holy mo! Oh, here's our guy again. Our wasp friend is right by the."
I want to say hello to us. Hopefully, he doesn't you know,
Maybe he likes the broadcast.
Maybe he
Maybe
likes the
he's enjoying our broadcast.
unless one of us,
13
unless
to
one of us
nothing.
gets stunned, then
7 runs in the third inning.
Yeah.
As soon as I
Well,
showed
the
up.
last game is 22-0. Yeah.
yeah.
You're good luck,
Yeah.
Maryland baseball team.
Is there a mercy rule in these games, or they just play?
It was
7?
22-0 last time. So we're playing 9.
Played 7?
We're playing 9.
9?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, because it's the only game today, and there's no
This is
doubleheader
the only
tomorrow.
game
The
today?
doubleheader got canceled.
Yeah.
So we're playing 9.
Playing 9? Yo. What are our score predictions?
Say,
Um,
is there one rule?
I don't think so. They might just call it,
I guess we'll
Yeah,
find
that
out.
wouldn't
I guess
surprise
we'll
especially
find out
with
pretty soon.
especially with 9 players.
Well, they want to probably get back for
Yeah.
Easter.
Good good spirit.
Yeah, the last time we had a game, it was also canceled, and me and Shrek went out, and it was the Mets' first preseason game, their spring training game. And remember, Soto hit a home run,
I do
and I
remember.
and I freaked out.
Yeah, and I got really mad.
You got mad? Oh yeah, you're a Nationals fan.
It's okay.
How do you think
Change what is better.
how do you think the Nationals are doing in terms of the
Yeah.
rebuild?
I'm kind of hoping they get swept this weekend.
Oh, really?
You're
Head-
hoping.
Yeah. I think the seats are getting a little warm finally
Hmm.
on the coaching staff.
I think you guys in like 1 to 2 years, I think you guys could start to look really good.
We've been saying that for since 2021.
The Nationals and Orioles will be playing each other this week. I'll be going to that game with the journalism department. We'll be getting on-field passes. We'll be getting a seat where we'll be going to the press conference. The Davey
That's
Martinez.
sick.
I'm very excited. We'll get on-field passes. We're gonna be in the press box for the game, and we're gonna be on. It's gonna be very exciting.
I could tell you what Davies is going to say. The boys battled. Good effort.
13-0.
How many runs they scored next month?
This is inning 7 and yeah, a touchdown, and
9.
9.
Make that
Yeah,
another.
that's a 9th. That's a 9th. Coming in now, hello Schwartz. Happy Pesach.
That's your boy.
Yeah,
2 outs. Final.
2 outs now. 2 outs. Schwartz came. We got it on the camera. Him
Yep.
high fiving us.
Well, say just a blur.
One viewer, and it's
Hey,
Michael over there.
Josh,
Man, there.
don't give us gab. We're trying our best.
Yes, we. So press box here. Is this where the
There is, but it's closed right over there. This is where the managers sit. You know those. So yeah.
this is not a very advanced college baseball stage. It's a great pitch.
Yeah, they've just been pouring it on this inning.
Yeah.
What is that, like 8 or 9?
9 in the or 8 in the inning.
At 8 in the inning?
9 in the inning.
Yeah.
They just put
Wow.
off
3 field goals.
Yep.
And that could be 10. No, over to the right fielder. He makes a jumping grab, and they finally get out of the inning. They can take a deep breath, and everybody can depart to the empty bench and fill it up. Down 14-0. It looks as though they can. They can do it. 1 inning, 14 runs,
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
I mean, hey, this is college baseball. I mean, anything can happen in this.
We're gonna give the play-by-play duties over to Connor in the next inning, and we'll see how he does. Have some fun. My goodness, just sweaty, sweaty. Yeah, feel icky.
Sweaty.
Yeah,
I love some blowouts. Get
big fan.
no pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Have
look
some
at that.
fun.
That's disgusting.
Yes, Weaver's on the mound. I think still.
Yeah.
Guys.
He's a good player. He's only a sophomore too, and he can hit well too. Taking my center, my breath and my back. Oh, that's the wrong part of the song. I
That was
Now that there's not a doubleheader, do you have time we can grab some food after this, maybe?
probably, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
We'll see when they call it.
Yeah.
Pose. It's a great throw.
What are your score predictions if they call it? When do you think they can call it?
I think fifth inning
But
is the
but but
earliest.
but a run, mercy.
I think if it's 15 after 5, they'll call it. That's
What if it's 50 after
50 after 5. I think
4? What if 50 after 4?
50 after 4, I think we can go get food.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope they would.
48 into the box. Pitcher trying to help himself. The first pitch inside with the fastball. 1-0. Maryland, all white home uniforms. Loyola in their black jerseys, white pants. Weaver comes set and deals low and outside with the breaking ball. 2-0. Just gotta have fun in these games. Weaver, 3 innings of work thus far, 1 hit, 4 strikeouts, 2-0. Pitches low and inside. E-and-O, I believe, contrary to what the game changer says.
There's that wasp again. It was right by us. It's really trying to disrupt your play-by-play
Trying to
debut.
disrupt. I'm undistractable.
I don't know if that's a word.
It is now. The pitch is a called strike over the outside corner. Weaver throws hard.
He does.
Lots of tail on his fastball. Standing back in the box is the hitter as the pitch is high and inside for ball 4. And Loyola has their second base runner of the game.
That's the first, just building blocks, right? Building blocks coming back for a
12,
comeback.
12 bloops and a blast.
Yeah,
all.
that's all you need.
Number 6 stands in.
That's a pitcher, by the way, number
That is the
48.
pitcher, former pitcher, no longer.
Oh, correct.
From the right-hander's batter's box, tips of his toes on the chalk, crowding the plate a little bit. Weaver comes set and deals. Called strike with the breaking ball over the outside corner. Sweeping action on that pitch. Slider.
Sliders are scary.
Sliders are scary.
I think sliders, you're either gonna really get hung up or you're gonna mash one.
Pitch is foul tipped into the middle of the catcher. 0-2. Yeah, sliders worse than curveballs. Harder to see out of the hand. Comes right at you. See him duck down, and then it's down the middle.
But if you do get a hold of one, you really can hit
Can
one.
really hit one. Pitch is popped up on the infield. Fair territory.
Schwartz.
Base control settles under it. Schwartz makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Schwartz is doing his fair share today.
His fair share. 2 hits in that last inning. 2 extra base
A
hits.
steal, a stolen
steal.
base. Yeah.
Like the lead off first base. Little nonchalant.
You young kids love that word, nonchalant. That's
It's a
like
brain
become
rot word.
such a word, a brain rot word.
There you
Do you
go.
want to explain to our one viewer what brain rot is?
Not particular. Pitch is just up.
Michael, meaning Michael.
Michael.
You want to tell Michael?
Well,
I'm the one viewer.
1-0 is swung on and missed. Foul tip, they'll call it. 1-1.
So, what do you think about right now? I think Weaver. Take a look at his pitch totals as
49.
49 pitches. So he can go. He can continue to go if he's going like this.
Might as well. I mean, don't play again for what, a week or two? Game tomorrow got canceled. Let him ride. It's 1-2 the count. Runner leads off first, 14-0 here in the top of the 4th inning.
Did you think you'd be
Pitch,
saying that today?
Swing and a miss. I did not. It's a football score. Swing and a miss. Fastball blew right by him. That is the second out of the
5th strikeout for Gary Weaver, I believe.
5th strikeout is correct.
Weaver is dealing. They might have to check his arm for sticky stuff.
Yeah. Foreign Stubson. 2 outs. Weaver comes set. He throws. Swing and a foul tip into the mid. The third such foul tip of the inning. No, what are your thoughts on the safety bag now newly installed in college baseball?
I think it's taking time to get used to for a lot of the guys because they don't know whether to get off, whether to get on it.
It's just fouled away.
But I also think it's taking some time to get used to. But I guess it allows for there are less injuries. I
Yeah,
think
that's what matters.
yeah, exactly.
Like, create some complicated rule situations, I agree. But that can be worked through with time. on a game-by-game basis as Weaver out of the stretch on 0-2, just outside with the fastball.
Good 0-2 pitch.
1-2, that's a great 0-2 pitch. Might get the call. This umpire's doing a good job of not becoming any more generous with the score as it is. Pitch. Breaking ball frozen
That was
over the heart of the
beautiful.
plate. Started right at his head, bent in up the side. Well, that is disgusting on the back door, and the side is retired. So no hits, 2 Ks, a walk, a runner left on base. We're through 4.5. It's 14-0 on top.
Dun, 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 dun.
That was disgusting.
That was yeah, he's good.
beautiful.
We'll
That
talk
was
to him after the game.
gross.
We'll get him an interview for him after the game. Let me run over there talk to the guys for a sec. Actually, I'll text Blake.
Umpire has
Running live?
pretty sure he has umpired some of my high school.
Yeah. Ask him.
I'll
No, he
ask
was
him-
talking.
I'll ask him after.
Sure.
No,
No,
I'm
okay.
I'm curious what his hat says. Though.
MC.
I mean, is it Mac?
I don't
Because that's the name of my league.
know.
I'm gonna check the game film. I want to see if I reckon.
Yeah, sir. What do you ever do the St. Andrews games?
You do high school? Yeah, that's what I thought.
He plays in them.
I recognized. That's what I.
Give him some of the call. Give him some generous calls next game.
No, I wish.
Throw him out.
I'd get my money's worth. I kind of want to get thrown out of a game.
Sir, throw me out of a game, please.
Got a
I would
gotta
throw
raise
such a good temper tantrum.
Well, I know a thing or two. I know a thing or two.
Subtle hinting.
I know a
All
thing.
right.
I know a thing or two about those.
Bottom of the fourth, 14-0. UND on top. Thomas, the left fielder, steps in. First pitch is outside with the fastball. 1-0. Now I think you start dipping into your bench if you're Maryland, if they haven't already. It's out of the full windup, number 5, the pitch. Swung on, taps back to the pitcher. Charging, he's running it out. Right to Hyatt. Throw is high, gets by the first baseman. Thomas rounds first, going to second. He's getting waved on to third, but he'll pull up at second. Will give that a 2-base error on the pitcher. Great pitch, not great defensive play. And there's a runner on second when he allows for the Terrapins.
I thought it was very interesting that he pulled up at second. Maybe that was kind of
Yeah,
to
that's a 14-0
yeah.
decision.
That's a you know what I'm gonna give Coach like I'm gonna be nice. That's like
Yeah.
a nice favor.
Don't want to have to slide.
It's also a
Stuff in
favor
there.
thing. Like you're not
Yeah.
gonna.
It's a sportsmanship thing. Pitch is inside. That's why PFPs are so important. You don't get work done nearly enough. and then
Profile
just make
pictures?
that happen. Oh, I wish. Pitching, fielding practice. The pitch outside. It's 2-0.
I think playing in this weather is a big reason also why Maryland is really comfortable. Like it's not too hot, whereas they don't want to, they're not getting all uncomfortable, and it's not cold or muddy. I mean, it's a turf field, so it's
No, less bugs. Pitch
Mhm.
is high. It's 3-0.
just the one B that's
The one
bothering
B.
us.
Only bothering us.
It's not even bothering. It's just kind of chilling out.
Pitch is inside. That's a 4-pitch walk to Ray. Runners on first and second with no one out.
It's our fourth member of the crew, the B.
So,
He's field level.
yeah. Out of a slide step pitch, hard ground ball to short. Chance for 2. He flips to second for 1. Won't have a chance to turn the double play, but a good play by the shortstop on a hard hit ground ball to get the 1.
Yeah,
Here's 1 out.
I noticed a little bit of hesitation by the shortstop. I think that they could, if he doesn't hesitate and he just flips it over to second, he's got a much
The
easier
second
chance.
baseman wasn't covering. They're not playing at double play depth. They're concerned with getting 1 out in a game like this, trying to move it along. Second baseman was slow getting to the bag. Otherwise, they would have had a real shot to turn 2. Yeah.
Runners at the corners. So what do 14-0.
No. You don't. It's the 4th inning, 14-0. You don't try anything, I don't think. You put trust in your batter.
This guy's new. He's new.
Out of the slide step full.
He's new. He's a substitution.
Yeah. Called strike over the inside edge. Just caught the plate. Jeremy Fratelli just got subbed in left-handed batter's box. Playing in 4 games so far this year, hitting 167. That's in 12 at bats as the pitch is just high and outside on the breaking ball.
Interesting call. Something that could go either way,
Yeah,
really.
it's a borderline. Take it. 1-1, 2-1 rather. Two for Tally. Pitch is swung on and missed big. Loopy Bryce Harper like left-handed swing. It's 2-2.
That run on second. Come on.
I'm really feeling the Red Bull now. I drank a Red Bull before this, and I'm jumpy.
Go get subbed in.
Yeah.
Pitch hits him on the behind. The bases are loaded.
Nice.
I was about to say that.
That'll be okay. You don't really need padding in that
No,
area.
breaking ball. So bases are loaded. First baseman will play in on the grass. He'll come home with it. Third baseman will as well, I assume. First and second as Aiden Harris gets subbed in from the right-handed batter's box, hitting 231 in 4 games this year. 13 at bats. On base percentage up at 333 for the shorter right-handed batter. The pitch is a called strike over the inside corner. Tailing fastball. Hey, we have 2 viewers.
Of course. Thank you, second viewer. We appreciate it.
It's Michael twice. Hits him. That'll score another one. It's 15-0.
He'll hustle his way down the first base line. Very Brandon Nimmo like. You get walked and you just kind of
Some people don't
force
like
it.
that.
No. I know.
Both pitchers so far for Loyola
Vogel.
hit or
This is
miss.
Vogel. No, Vogel. Yeah, he told me it's Vogel, yeah.
Very hit or miss.
He's a cleanup guy. Cleanup guy. He's got power.
See something here. The pitch just outside for ball 1.
Why get the call for this? Vogel standing in. It's 1-0. Vogel's got a chance for the grand salami right here. 3 men on. The big power hitter smacks one over the head of the second baseman into the gap. 1 run comes in to score. The second one rounding third with ease, going into the third base position, and he'll come in to score. Vogel will clear the bases, and Maryland keeps towering on. The University of Maryland club team
Attaboy, Len!
has got it all working. Hello Shorts comes into play. What did you see out of that one, Connor?
It's a whistling line drive into the gap. Nothing you can do about that. Jumping shortstop couldn't make the play. And then the center fielder bobbled the ball. Otherwise would have had a chance maybe for a play at the plate. But it's 17-0 now here in the 4th inning.
Good. Good call for the camera. Good call for the camera. Great. Hello, Schwartz. Look at his shoe. I think he's wearing regular shoes.
They're turf cleats. They're different than regular cleats. As there's a ground ball to the third baseman. Great charging play and throw on to first for the out. Runner on second. Vogel advances to third on the throw, but there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's a great play by the third baseman.
Advance on the ball to not even blink, but just advance and whistle it over to first. Yeah, that's some elite level stuff. Because often when you see a ball, I feel like hit that hard to you, and then it takes a bounce like that, the ability to the time to of adjustment might not be as
That's where the turf helps.
mhm.
And as an infielder, on turf, you feel so much more confident going to get that ball, knowing it's going to take big, consistent hops. On grass, that bounces under his glove or over his glove because it's grass. You can't control it as much as you can turf, as the pitch is high with the breaking ball. Infield straight up all around, 2 outs, runner on third. Pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Got that outside part of the plate. 1 out. Pitch is fouled off right side out of the stadium towards that big academic building. 1-2 up.
Next time we go over there, I'm just gonna say I'm heading to the big academic building,
Big
Michael.
academic
Michael, we
building.
gotta.
The biopsychology building.
Yeah, yeah.
That is a big academic building. Bit
Another foul ball
biopsychology.
towards the big academic building.
Yeah, well, 2 of my classes are in that building.
As a journalism major,
Yeah, I take a stat class.
you're gonna analyze everyone's brain.
Yeah.
Comes out of the slide step, swinging a hard ground ball base hit in the right field past the second baseman. That'll score a run. Make it 19-0.
How many?
Maryland.
Only 11 hits.
A lot of walks, a lot of hit by pitches. 3 errors by Loyola.
Good amount of bruises on these Maryland players. That's for
Right.
sure.
That was Fulton's with the base hit into right field. He leads off first now in this 19-0 game. Pitch is high.
Fulton's usually is in the lineup, but he's usually a crucial part of the lineup. They gave him some rest, but with the score as it is, maybe he wanted in on the fun.
I would want in on this fun. Pitch gets by the catcher. He'll advance to second with a runner. She yanked the fastball. Two and game changer's a little behind. Blake at the plate. Or Kansky, rather. New addition. Pitches behind it.
Got it.
And past the catcher. Runner advances to third. 3-0. Loyola pitchers, both of them so far, have had some great stuff, but they can't control it. Lots of hit by pitches, lots of walks, but when they dot it, they dot it.
But when you have trouble with your command,
Called strike over the outside corner. What were you saying?
when you have trouble, I feel like when you have trouble with your command, that's the worst thing. Like it's not terrible to have trouble with your velocity if you can put it in the right place, but having trouble with your command is I feel like the worst thing a pitcher can do.
Pitch is high, ball 4 for a walk. Runners on first and third. Yeah.
9 innings.
Oh, he broke the bat.
The metal bat.
Wow.
2-piece broke the pitch. Called strike down the middle with the fastball. Especially at this level.
Something tells me this isn't going to go 9 innings.
Yeah, what are the odds here that this game goes 9 innings?
Well, if this inning keeps going on like this,
You don't think 7?
It'll go
Yeah.
5.
Have a ground.
What is the rule?
They'll make it up.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think 20 after 5 is reasonable.
What is
Yeah.
the score?
The score 19-0.
19-0.
In high school, it's 10 after 5.
It's
20
one
is.
Yeah, we got everything. We got average for everyone.
What's the count?
You want to see? I can show you his whole year.
Yo, boy, what's the count?
Curious how many RBIs he has today.
Let's find out.
6.
Is it 6?
6, 3. He's got 3 runs of his
1
own,
and 1.
3 hits, 3 strikeouts.
It's a poke. And in
But
the pitch,
you can see his whole year on here.
side and
Yeah.
high.
I'll bring that up for you.
40 pitches over an inning for number 6. Inning and a third, rather. Pitching a high pop-up on the infield. First baseman calls everyone off and makes the catch to retire the side. Great inning for Maryland. 5 runs come across.
Good player. He's a good player.
19
Yeah.
nothing.
He's always been. This is it for him now. He's senior.
Yeah.
Playing after this.
Some conversations going on over here.
Yeah, this could be it. Conversation with the umpire.
I think they should play one. You can't
You
end
call
on
the
a
game
home.
right here. What is the fourth? Was it the fourth inning?
They gotta let the
They're coming
they gotta
back
let
out.
Loyola hit one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What inning
Top
is it?
top inning.
Top 5.
Top 5?
Top five.
Yeah.
They'll let Loyola hit one more time, I
Yeah.
think.
One last time, maybe they can get something going here.
Michael, you want to get let's let the new guy give him. It's
Yeah,
22-0.
give
We're
him
gonna give you play-by-play duties. Let's go, buddy. You got this. Come on, you got this.
All right, gotta get the game
And
changer.
then after the game, we'll give you some. Oh, you want the game changer?
yeah, 'cause I need to see what's going on here. Well, let's see, I know what's going on, but just to get
You
a
want
more
everything? Yeah.
in-depth view of it.
It's a little late, obviously.
Yeah, it's okay.
but the new kid gets the number
No
1
pressure.
job. Yeah.
The rookie.
Hey, it's 19-0.
It's 19. It's 19-0. We can have some fun
We
here.
have 2 viewers,
Two
and you're
viewers,
one of them.
Me being one of them.
Yeah. So, and if you ever just want to throw it to me for some color commentary, and you feel like
Yeah.
you're losing your words. I'm right here, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm right here.
Gotcha.
And Connor too.
Yep.
As well.
All right, so top of the fifth
Caps
inning.
play today or tomorrow?
Caps
Yeah.
Monday.
Monday.
They spread them out in the NHL.
I thought there was a but I thought there was a game today. There are games today.
There are
There's
games
two
today.
games today, and tomorrow is like the big slate.
They're
It's like
sending someone to the bullpen. That kind of indicates that there's going to be more,
yeah.
more game.
Weaver's still in there.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, yep. Weaver's still in there.
All right.
Nothing.
Cue
Top
it
of the
in. You
fifth.
ready?
Yep.
We're
Top
on.
top of the fifth inning, 19-0, Maryland. Weaver's still in there. Loyola, Maryland, only one hit, but that will be their second hit
Wait a second.
as number 14 gets on base.
Michael, I want to welcome you as a rookie to something called the announcer's jinx. As soon as you bring something up, it'll
The opposite will happen.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that is your introduction. Every announcer, me and you, every announcer, it's happened to them in their career. That means that's your induction. That's your hazing essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So number 14 got on base.
Not very enthusiastic on the lead or the hold.
Yep, that's swinging strike for strike one on batter number 2. He's 0 for 1 today.
Yeah, allergies have been a big part of everything for you, Michael. How do you think the allergies might be affecting these players?
Well, I mean, it depends how as that one's fell back into the net. Well, for me, my allergies used to be really bad. They're not as bad as they were when I was much younger, but they can be distracting. So sometimes they would get in my eyes. It would be hard to see the ball sometimes. So that could have an effect on some of these guys depending on the severity of their allergies. Is 0-2. Make that 1-2.
Are you an allergy guy, Connor? You've
I mean,
never.
Probably. I just don't think about it.
Just don't think about it. That's the good mentality to have. I mean, man on first, kind of leaning. Pitcher checks that way.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not. That's a good curve, but that's
That
going
was
to be for a ball. So make that 2-2.
I think there might be somebody in the bullpen just in case because it's 19-0, and if it's 20, if
Yeah.
it's a 20 rule, I think in college baseball, like regular college baseball, there's the 10 inning rule.
There is a rule.
There's
Yeah.
a 10 run rule.
I mean,
So
there's no game later. There's no game tomorrow. Might as well let everyone get their work in.
Yeah,
Stop throwing to first. It's 19-0.
19-0. Weaver's been dealing all game. 4 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 2 hits, no runs, only 1 walk issued. And that second hit being this inning, and that's a called strike. That'll be a strikeout as the runner will advance to second. So make that 7 strikeouts for Weaver.
7 strikeouts. How about that?
Yeah, what a performance by him. Just from the start, he's just been dealing. Hasn't really missed any pitches. He's just been really good at commanding the zone today. Wouldn't you say?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, 7 strikeouts speaks for itself. I think that the way that Weaver is operating, his ability to paint the corner, and and the major baseball guy over here, Mr. Private School, have been very impressed by his breaking stuff.
Want to duck under it. Back here it makes me grimace.
Like the Mets, like the
That's a
Mets hero,
Mets reference.
Mets
Yeah.
hero, Mets hero grimace.
Bayou.
The swinging strike. Make that 0-2. Number 28, the second baseman. 0 for 1.
2024 Mets hero grimace and talk to a girl.
They've had quite a
Oh, I loved it.
That's a swinging strike.
Bayou.
And that'll be the strikeout. Let's make that 8 strikeouts for Weaver. Man, just all game. All game he's just been just on fire today.
I think he's only issued 2 walks.
1 walk. Only 1 walk. 2 hits, no runs. That's the most important part of it.
He throws hard.
He does throw hard.
Probably
Lots of nasty
85,
breaking.
90.
Lots of
For real?
nasty
You think
breaking
so?
stuff.
You think the kid could do well in D1 is the question.
No, I mean, I don't know what a D1 commit looks like.
That
I've
one's chopped
hit
to the
against one
shortstop
D1
side.
commit in my
He
life.
steps into the throw, and that will be the final out of the inning. as Maryland will go, I would say into the bottom of the fifth inning. I'm not sure if that will be the last inning,
Are we done?
but from the looks of it, we're still going to be playing baseball. More fun to come on the way.
More
Yeah.
baseball.
More baseball.
Yeah.
More
Do you want to ask about a mercy rule? You want
More-
to ask
more
about
chatting.
like
I don't think there's a
if there's
rule.
mercy?
They're just gonna make it up.
after
10
seven.
after
After
seven.
seven,
I
yeah.
think
We'll
we
get comfortable.
That,
yeah.
that's
We'll be here a
understandable.
little
After
while.
seven, after seven,
Yeah,
that
that
makes
makes
sense.
We
sense.
can still get lunch though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
we
I'll
got
probably
plenty
get
time.
picked up at one.
Oh,
so-
really?
At one. I got work to do, but
Okay.
I'm here. This game is gonna last another hour
We
and a half.
got the
Well,
we
the
got
lunch
dining hall.
lunch is right there.
Yeah,
Dining
So
hall
we
right
could we
there.
could probably get a short lunch.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
be quick.
Can I join you? Of course.
No.
No. You're forbidden.
No,
You're the rookie. We'll make you
not seeing any hustle by this moment.
yeah, they just seem kind of sad. They seem like they want this game to be over.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Third baseman's got a hose.
I don't know, we'll go to the bench now for Maryland, it looks like potentially.
Most definitely.
Let's see. Number 9.
5. Hank, 5.
Number 9 is not
Especially when you don't have anybody on the bench, you're exhausted, so you can't. It's not like you can sit down and relax.
No one to.
One.
we got
Other
looks like we got a
That's
new guy
pretty good.
coming in.
A stand up.
It's a good song.
There's a very wide range of skill on this Loyola team.
Yeah.
So you feel like the third baseman.
He's
Third
like a
pretty darn good.
like a
As someone who plays third base when I shouldn't, yeah. Actually, arm strength isn't that important as a third baseman.
yeah, good range, good reflexes.
Range and reflexes, yeah. You play so far in that
Yeah.
doesn't really matter how strong your arm is.
Yeah, you think about this premier third baseman like Nolan Arenado in his prime, Manny Machado when he's at the with the Orioles.
Okay, Mr. Oriole
Yeah.
fan.
So Manny Machado was
Ryan Zimmerman when he
Some of the
wasn't
most-
broken.
Speaking of the Orioles,
yeah. Gunnar Henderson. Gunnar Henderson, walk-up song for number 9. Looks like he's a substitute. Gonna figure out what this guy is. Swinging strikeout. That's a big swing on number 9 right there.
Has he got a flame on his bat now? I thought it was like a flaming bat. I was like, that's a very little
That's a-
league.
that's a
pretty-
very little. I think I have that actually.
Oh, really?
I have that.
I think every kid at one point
Whoa.
that goes way above the catcher. I think every kid at one point had some pretty neat design on their bat. I know I did. I fortunately don't have that bat anymore, but always thought it brought
You
me.
guys ever have the voodoo? You know the
I
voodoo
love
bats?
There's
Yeah.
always
dude.
a one kid with the voodoo.
And everybody like
Everyone-
worships him. Yeah, everybody worships him.
I don't use my own bat.
There's
That
strike-
kid also was also like a spoiled.
One,
Like his
two,
parents
count.
didn't care
Oh
what
yeah,
he
and
did.
he's always terrible
one,
too.
two, count
Yeah.
on number 9. Outside, make it 2-2.
Something about Big Ten love.
Favorite sounds sports.
I think the goal horn in hockey is one of my favorite.
Yeah,
The Caps goal horns.
Yep.
Great
It's gonna be
play.
running
They
out by
used
the
to
center
have. They used to have
fielder.
a better one.
That's gonna be the first
Well,
out of the
they-
game
they
as
used to
number
be
9
more
is
siren.
retired.
Yeah.
And now we bring in number 34. We go
Yeah.
to the top of
They-
the order.
They
That
still,
second siren is
Brown.
not
they
there
still
anymore.
have the siren. It's just less. Yeah,
Over
it's less.
3.
It's slower.
And it's the second siren too. It was
Yeah.
better. Yeah, I love that one.
They brought a little
for
more
3
siren
today.
back this year.
I-
Over
yeah.
4 actually. 4 at bats. Bringing in Brown, so that means we're at the top of the order here. No hits. No walks.
Maryland baseball, their Division One team,
That's
has had a
Wins.
rough year despite expectations. And I have a friend of mine is on the team, Alex Calarco. We talked about him. He's one of
Oh, yeah.
their better players. One best hitter of the year, or no, the year of the month in the opening month of the year. I mean,
In
he's
Big Ten?
no in the country.
In the country.
He's gonna get drafted this year. He's very good, and he lives in my building, and he's a buddy of mine. He should be on the podcast soon. We're working that out. But
Yeah.
I made friends with him because
That-
my
that-
extroverted, goofy personality
He's
seems
very
to
extroverted. yeah.
extroverted goofiness. People either love it or hate it. And I
Yeah.
understand that, you know.
Secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah.
If you hate it, it means you're doing something right. And I've been better,
You have
certainly.
been
It's
better.
it's better. It's much better than what is it?
Only uphill to
Only
go from there.
uphill, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's high for ball one. We're waiting Hillis, who is 1 for 2 in at bats. He has 2 RBIs to go to his name. 1 run scored today.
He's got the same bat.
I think he's using the same bat.
Oh,
It's the same
that
one.
makes more sense. I was like, oh, maybe they got a 2-for-1
No,
deal.
it's the communal bat.
That's ball two. Lots of balls during
There's always one
past
bat with a ton
two
of pop.
at bats.
It's like
It's got like a what is it drop? You think?
Make that
it
ball
just
3.
drop 18,
Yeah.
10 ounces, 30 inches.
Pause.
Torpedo.
Torpedo.
Torpedo bat.
And there's
Yeah,
there's a called strike, so that'll be 3-1.
Keep throwing that.
Yeah.
that's how I thought.
Gas.
Gas.
Okay. We'll get a wiffle ball going. Game one going one of these days. That wasn't
And
good.
that's
That was
ball
a
4.
that was
That's
a
ball
change
4.
up. That was a
No, that was a fastball.
So then we
like
got the
a
man in scoring.
slow
We got a man in
It's a
fastball.
scoring
gravity
position.
ball.
Yeah.
So the MLB the show music.
I like it. I
MLB
like
the
it.
show
Still
21.
warming up in that bull.
I imagine he's pretty warm.
Yeah, he might just be thrown to get working.
Brandon Mitchell.
Long,
Mitchell.
lanky left.
Mitchell.
Mitch.
Yeah.
Still no outs.
Yeah. Get Minter up and moving around. You know that?
When they call it, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
close. That's
I
a
showed
close
him that,
strike.
yeah.
That's a funny.
Get Minter up and moving around.
Looks like they have someone up and moving around
Yeah.
in the Maryland
They do.
bullpen.
Been moving around for quite a long time. Make
Step
the
in the
turn
bag.
on, step on the bag, throw to first. That's a great play.
That might be the end of the inning. That was their first inning, which I don't think they allowed any runs in that inning.
They do. That was a great.
That was a good inning.
It's great turn.
Yep.
Knowing to take it himself.
And everybody in the dugout there is happy to greet them after that great inning.
Silent treatment.
Yeah.
Silent treatment. Oh man.
I like how here all the athletic facilities are condensed.
To like one area.
Yeah. A lot of colleges don't have that.
Yeah.
Iowa, it's more spread out.
At Penn State, it is, but it's also like away from the whole campus.
Yeah.
So you've been to State College.
Maybe. Or
You would know. I feel
new
like
pitcher, probably, yeah. I'd remember
Got a
that.
new pitcher in.
you got to go, man. It's insane.
Been to 2 college football stadiums.
Here in Iowa,
Iowa's got a great
Number
stadium,
11.
great fans.
and you got the
Wave, the
hospital.
hospital.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. That's the best tradition in sports, maybe. One of them,
One of them.
for sure.
Most heartwarming for sure.
Yeah.
Feels great to be a part of it.
Yeah. You're so cool.
I'm so cool.
Yeah, you're the reason it happens, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Looks like a new
But no, it is. All jokes aside,
Looks like got a new pitcher in.
We do.
Southpaw, yeah.
you lefty on the
Lanky.
mound.
Number
Lanky
11.
lefty.
You want to keep
Trying to
going?
figure
Michael?
out.
Michael, do you want to give to what do you want to?
Yeah, you can give it to him.
You want to
Yeah.
go, Connor?
You can have the bottom of the action-packed
Okay.
part at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got the top on the
I'll take
bottom.
I'll take the board
Okay.
on top.
We need to figure out who this guy is. Who is this guy?
Might be
Big
Perk.
12-6 purple.
Might be Perk. I know. I know. Oh, I don't think it is actually. I knew a kid. He might not be in the team anymore, but it was a lefty, lengthy lefty as well last year. Noah Perk. Perk. And
We gotta love your lefties.
I'm a lefty.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Left
Yes, sir,
hands.
left
You got a
here.
left hand bump.
Yep.
You righty? Yeah, of course. You're an infielder. Of course
Yeah.
you're righty. Boo. How does it feel to be outnumbered for once?
For once.
For once, yeah.
It feels great because while you guys are playing the outfield, I get to play.
We sit in the outfield and wait for nothing to
Yeah.
happen.
We're just
You get to be in the infield.
We're just
Yeah.
counting the dandelions.
I'm
Yeah.
a second base. I've played all the infield positions, and I should not be playing the left side.
What's your favorite? Oh, you see that pitch?
That was gross.
Yeah.
Second base, I have the most fun at because there's no pressure. But
Yeah.
I made a couple diving plays at third base last game, so maybe that's
Yeah?
my new favorite.
Jeez, dude. You
Wow.
see that? That's some blitzball movement, dude. You ever play blitzball?
I
With like you know what
not
it is?
played it, but I've heard of it. Yeah. I've
Yeah.
watched
Blitzball, is that the
It's
yellow
like
stick?
the
yellow
Yeah,
ball.
yellow. Oh, I used to play that. It was so fun.
disgusting.
Yeah.
You used to do whatever you want with those
And
balls.
then when you hit it, it would go crazy
Yeah.
far. Yeah.
Or if you got hit, bro. Sometimes that would sting. a little bit.
Sting. For
Yeah.
sure. For
Oh,
sure.
man, oh, it was fun. yesterday, you and I, we were playing at the Pacoto Mall. That was some good time.
I got a
You
few
had
good
a,
hits in,
he
dude.
had a good
Hits into the
streamer.
gap. We had a
Yeah,
we were playing wiffle ball yesterday, and I was dogging out, dude. I had some hits in the gap.
yeah,
Kids were impressed, dude.
yeah, yep.
It's
They
a
were
pitcher's
impressed with
mitt.
the commentary too.
Bring that.
Yeah, I was doing some commentary. They
On the
liked it.
wiffle ball.
Lee,
Lee.
yeah, Lee.
Lee out of the windup, first pitch fouled towards the big academic building again.
The big
Mine-
academic building.
Mine looks like
Joey
building.
Lee.
Joey Lee, first game of the year for the lanky southpaw. Fastball,
No
goes-
scouting report on
no
him.
scouting report. Big bending 12-6 curveball. Tailing fastball as that's popped high up on the infield.
Communicate.
Yeah,
You gotta communicate.
balls.
You gotta communicate.
Whoever can call you, you is the worst thing you could
Yeah,
do.
it's gotta be me, or I
And
got,
yeah,
it.
it's ball
Yeah,
made. You
ball,
can't
ball.
also count on the pitcher. Pitcher's
Yeah.
job on a pop up is to get out of the way.
He like should have been second baseman.
That'll go down as a single in the scorebook. It will.
What would you score it
like
in the
questionable?
grand scheme in your mind?
In my mind, as a pitcher or just in general,
Just in general.
just happy with it. It's a pop
Yeah.
up. Doesn't matter.
Just
Yeah.
yeah.
You scored as an out. That is a high fly ball left field into no man's land. Center fielder comes on, makes the catch. He'll try and hose him at first. Oh my god.
No. Oh, that guy
That was a-
has.
Hose piece.
You know what I meant. You know what I meant. We're all just having fun out here.
Yeah. One out.
It's good to have some fun out here.
It is. Especially in these
Especially in this type of
19-0 game.
19-0 game.
Goodness.
Enzo
That was
breaking
great.
this-
Great
this
pitch.
excellent. That was disgusting.
This guy, his pitches dancing like they're on the disco floor.
Okay.
Saturday Night Fever.
Ah, 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 staying alive, staying alive.
Swinging a
We
foul
would
ball
always sing that
inside.
when it was
Jammed
like 0-2,
Did
and you would chop it off, and everybody in the dugout would be
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Imagine how that looks if you're a lefty. The big bending breaking ball starts right at your head.
Especially if you're
Spooky.
Ends up down
especially
the
if you're a
middle.
lefty batter.
Terrifying.
Facing it
Yeah.
off against a lefty. Yeah.
The pitch.
Jeez.
Swinging a ground ball.
play.
Great play by the first baseman. Go to
Smart
second
play.
for one. Good pick. No chance to return
That's
to
good.
first, but a great play and a great pick by the second baseman.
Smart decision also. I feel like it takes the IQ to just throw to second and know that nobody's going to be back at first. He didn't even blink because if he looks at first and nobody's there, there's a potential at second that guy's going to be safe, but he
And
just throws it right to
give him a
second.
long. I'm sure it was intentional. Give him a long hop too, which was
Pitcher
nice.
should have covered first.
Pitcher should have, yeah. Garrett Cole type action.
Garrett
Swing
Cole.
off first pitch. Swinging and a miss fastball on the outside. We're top 6 now.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're making our
outs.
way.
Runner leads off first. I thought that was a base hit, that last one off the bat. Pitch. Swinging a soft ground ball towards second, ranging to his left field. He throws on the first and the side. Is
Now,
retired.
he also got
So
word.
the error single, whatever it was, doesn't do any harm. We're through 5.5.
You got
It's
word
not
also
bad.
that the seventh inning that should call game by the seventh inning
The rule, from what we are hearing
from the umpire.
from the umpire,
10 after 7, which we've certainly surpassed.
Well above 10. We are 1 run from 20. So if you go to
good
That is
point.
true.
Good point.
We got wisdom.
Yeah, yeah,
This is these 19-0 thoughts.
yeah. Like you're in the
Hey.
shower, just like
Yeah.
hey, your Michigan son.
oh yeah, Michigan song.
Yeah. So do we
19. 19, yeah.
0.
bottom 6? Bottom 6.
Bottom
Bottom
six.
six, yeah.
Yeah, bottom six.
Yeah, yeah. My turn now.
Yeah.
How was
Mike,
that? Was
you
that,
got
was
the
that
excitement.
It was
okay?
good.
Okay?
Yeah, it was
Okay?
good for a first time.
First
Yeah.
time, first time. There was a couple moments I was like,
That happens to all of us,
Yeah.
man. You know?
Wonder if they let me take an at bat.
yeah.
Talk to him.
Let me take it at bat. Let me take it at bat.
I want to
Gas.
get some interviews after the game.
You want to do that?
Yeah, for sure.
You want me to do the camera stuff for you?
Yeah, but we're gonna have to put the SD card in.
Mm.
Can I open it? It's your duty. Open the SD card.
No.
You get
Yeah,
the
we have-
same.
How are you supposed to do this? We need scissors. or unless we can kill this.
Yeah, it's fine. We don't have to do the interviews. It's okay. Or we can just
Just
do it
do
on
it
our
on your
phone.
phone,
Yeah, we
dude.
Yeah,
can
yeah,
do it on
yeah.
our
Do the
phone.
voice recorder stuff.
Yeah, or like video, even
the
just a
classic
video.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do the classic stuff.
Yeah. Open up my eager
Yeah,
eyes.
my first paper I wrote for my high school. That's what I had to do.
I don't know. I think Zombie Nation at Penn State is better
Oh,
Then
yeah,
because
Mr.
you have
Brightside.
you have everybody singing it. Yeah.
Everyone sings Mr. Brightside.
No, but like it's like you have everybody. It's not just the song. It's everybody.
As an entrance song, it's second to maybe one or two.
No, Enter Sandman is number
Enter
one.
Sandman is number one.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's
Bottom
what's it
six.
called? Texas Tech, the Power by
Yeah,
Kanye
bottom
West.
six inning. Vocal stands in.
You mean
Then
that
played
guy that hates
6
my?
Yeah,
RBIs
it's our
today.
time.
Yeah. Are you Jewish?
I am.
Yeah,
Jewish.
what a
You're not
what a
celebrating
performance
Easter.
for
I said that
vocals,
earlier that
man.
you were. I didn't know
First
you were
I
base
didn't
Jewish.
feel like correcting.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's definitely contributed to this 19-run affair for
Still listen to. I
Maryland
feel like
baseball
everybody. We
club
still listen
team.
to. We
Club
still
baseball team.
blast. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a really small stadium.
Yeah, it's a boombox, dude.
2-0
Yeah. What's the capacity
inside.
10.
2-1.
I don't know. I
10.
mean,
More than 5.
yeah, upwards of,
More than 5, less than 10,000.
for sure. It's not an SEC stadium by any means.
That's
Oh.
a screamer. That's a screamer up the middle, and Vogel
Great
just
screamer.
continues his outstanding performance today.
SEC baseball stadiums are bonkers.
Dude,
Oh yeah.
to go to an SEC school, like baseball school, oh, that'd be
Oh,
wild.
we played against St. Albans last year.
Yeah.
They had a
Now
Bama commit. He was
Schwartz,
Nine
Did
second
you,
second
was
base,
that the guy
third
you were,
baseman,
you
excuse
tried,
me.
Miles Upchurch.
He
did you
has an
see,
RBI
did
to
you
his
play
game.
against him?
To
I
his
don't think
name.
he
He has
pitched.
2 runs.
We saw
2 runs
Villanova
scored.
commit.
Yeah, how was that?
That's high for ball 1.
Scary.
Were you in the box for that?
I think that I hit against him. Yeah.
Really? You got a hit?
No,
Oh, you
I didn't
hit
get it.
against
I
that.
did. I had an at bat against him. I think I fouled one off.
One of
Stands at
my,
first,
one of
big
my,
lead. That's a ball 2.
one of my little league coaches played against Virginia, and obviously was good enough to even make the minors, but he had like a 425 average against Matt Harvey
Matt Harvey was great.
and Virginia. I know, so that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like it was insane. He like played at like a small D1 school, but he played Matt Harvey often, at, like Virginia, and he had like a 420. He was a Matt Harvey killer, dude.
Yeah. That's what, like college baseball, you'll look random, April, you think it's like important, then you'll see you're playing like a little D2 Bradley or whatever. Lots of opportunities for smaller schools to make a name for
2-2 now.
themselves.
That and college hockey.
Yeah. Where's the ball?
Fly ball.
Can't see it.
And that's the shortstops to make. Oh, but he mishandles
Doesn't
it.
matter, yeah.
No. You
It's
got
gonna
it.
be an out, but
Yeah, it'll be an out anyway.
yeah, it's gonna be an out anyway. But it
Come
seemed
on,
like
man.
he stepped on the bag.
Is
He
that
kinda-
also
kinda
not?
lost
Is
his-
that also not fielder? Or what's the
I
rule?
mean, that doesn't count as an
Infield
error.
fly.
That's
Yeah.
a fielder's choice.
Isn't that also
Yeah.
infield fly?
No, there's no infield fly with. There has to be 2 runners on.
Okay.
Seems like the shortstop lost his footing by stepping on the bag accidentally.
The you got to catch it if you call it. That's
Yeah.
the rule.
Yeah. Still an out. So there's 1 out. Schwartz
Counts
is on
the same.
first. So 1-0. He takes his checking swing, but he's not able to pull it up on that one, so it'll be 1-1.
Up,
That's a high fly ball. Catch. That's the second out of the inning.
What? Why did
pitcher
you
was
chuckle?
booking it.
So that's a quick retirement. Number 22. Now we bring in number 13.
Don't even have a first base coach anymore.
Trying to figure
It's a
out
loser.
You want to do it?
trying to figure out who
He's
these
great
guys
first
are. I
base
feel like
coach.
we're going to the bench a lot right now. And that's gonna get by the catcher.
Oh.
And Schwartz just
Fair.
thought about it, but he's not
Fair.
he's gonna stay at first.
I wouldn't want to run if I were.
Yeah. Nice
So
hat.
tired.
Wow, you had 45 minutes of practice
I
and you're
hit 8
tired?
a.m. practice. 8 to 10.
Hmm.
Up
It's gonna
at
be
7
high. It's
o'clock.
ball 2, so ball 2.
How late were you up last night?
Not that. Probably 1.
I went to bed.
Not that late, just 1 a.m.
I went to bed
12
early because I had no idea if I was needed today.
Thought my
I was told by everybody that Game Changer said 11 till yesterday.
Yeah.
Till yesterday.
Good thing I got up on
Yeah.
9. 2-0.
Oh,
Chop to their shortstop. He's gonna step on the second base bag, and that will start the stop.
One more
One
inning.
more inning to go. We'll let Connor
only need
do.
18 bloops and a blast.
Yep.
Yeah, all you need is 19 home runs.
Yeah,
That's
it's all
it.
good.
19
to back to
single
back to back.
shots.
It's college baseball. You never know what you can expect.
Well, that's true.
We went to the UCLA game
Oh, dude, that was fun. I mean, it's not the
where
it's
I got into a fight with the
with the pitcher,
with the UCLA. Remember, I got into a fight
with
with
the
the
entire
UCLA
yeah, with the,
assistant
with
manager.
the entire dugout. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
What'd you
story off.
do?
That's a story off air that I'll tell you.
yeah. It was kind of
He
fun.
was going after my boy AC, dude.
AC.
Where'd
He's
you
going
find
after
this
AC.
table? Is this table always
Yeah, this is for the managers usually sit here.
like the stat
That's
keepers?
the managers did that.
Not-
Not
Not a bird.
not a bird. The
This
managers.
is a manager.
No, the managers like for stat keeping for like for they have the radar
Scoreboard,
gun.
yeah. What if there's televised games?
Yeah, I mean I'm in the studio all the time
Yeah.
doing televised. I'll
Oh,
be doing for BTN Plus.
oh yeah, I
I'll
forgot.
be doing audio for that. I won't be
Do they
on the
pay you
mic,
for that?
but yeah, actually 65 a game.
Really?
Yeah, it's nice.
For
But
like the baseball games?
yeah. And hopefully I'll be doing play by play next year, but I'm mostly in the studio now, just like doing doing like audio stuff.
Yeah.
Um, because a lot of that actually operates out of the Xfinity Center.
Yeah.
And then we have our broadcasters here, but a lot of like the crew with like the score bug and like all the ins and outs and everything, a lot of that operates out of the Xfinity Center. So
I mean, that makes sense. It's very smartly designed athletic complex.
I'll show you the
The softball field's right there. Football.
well yeah, the only thing is the Xfinity Center's across.
Can't lie, the SECU stadium's really ugly.
We all know.
It's so
Alright.
with
We're-
the big second deck that there's never anybody in. Oh, so big second deck. Never anybody.
Try to look to show you the studio.
You want to take this?
Sure. We'll see if they actually end the game here.
Where they score 9 runs to keep it alive.
I mean, it's club baseball. If they want to keep playing, they'll keep playing. Pitch is way outside. Ball one.
Oh, I know what you mean. Oh, that's heavy. Down to the highway, cool wind in my hair.
Out of the stretch. Outside. 2-0. Tailing. Quick fast. The 2-0. Then he's a curveball in for a called strike. You gonna go to any Caps playoff games? No.
If I can afford tickets.
Pitch. They weren't that bad. Ooh, that was gross. Just high. 3 of them.
This is their studio. This is our studio.
Let's see. There's not that many cameras for a lacrosse game.
But like,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's that nice win against John Hopkins.
Is Maryland lacrosse still a league? Well,
Oh yeah.
outside,
Oh yeah.
but
They won the Natty 2 years ago.
well, I know, like this year.
We were number 1 for like 7 weeks.
I'm a Princeton lacrosse fan.
Yeah, 'cause your mom went to Princeton,
My
right?
grandfather played lacrosse. In locker rooms named after him, I think.
No way. And you're not a lacrosse
He's in
guy.
the lacrosse Hall of Fame. Yeah, I'm not a lacrosse guy.
That's a
Yeah.
pretty big flex.
That's a disappointment to your grandfather. You're a
He was a goalie. He's not a real player. That is gross.
He is a real, but dude, he was taking,
He's taking
especially he had
shots.
no padding back then.
Just the sweatpants.
Yeah, just just like pure guts, dude. Your grandfather was a
The pitch.
demon, beast. Yeah,
Just tired 2-0. He's starting to lose the control a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard about the win yesterday against Johns Hopkins. John Hopkins.
they got the crab back.
Yeah.
They have a trophy for the game for the rivalry.
The
crab.
crowd
Wooden crab, yeah.
Crab. Were you at that game?
throws to first. Oh, no.
Oh, you're done.
Oh, that's a great move.
Oh,
Good effort.
That's a great move.
Tell me what you saw, Mr. What as a second baseman.
Maybe a block. No, that's a good move. It's kind of falling asleep. I don't blame it.
His feet felt glued to the.
Wait. His feet were glued to the ground. Didn't feel inclined to slide. Little racist.
It was a
It's okay,
bad.
It's funny.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay because it was
Call a
funny.
strike. Yeah. So 1 out. Maybe he got picked off intentionally. Wants to
Yeah,
go
for
home.
sure.
2-1. That was a great move. Pitch. Runs a
Oh.
curveball just
mm.
Didn't get the call he wanted.
That's borderline.
Yeah.
That's also a pitch that could be taken yaya.
So, well, my question is, will Maryland hit again after this? Probably not.
Probably not, but you never know. If they feel like it. The pitch. Blows a fastball at bottom 3.
Yeesh.
It's a big
What does it sound like when a super fastball gets blown by? Does it make a sound?
I mean, you're not paying attention to the sound, but yeah, no, you can hear it coming. Then you hear the catcher's mitt, obviously. Umpire's call. Yeah. It's a great pitch. Bends it over the outside corner.
I remember when I was playing because I was really bad, but when I was playing, I would just I would stand in the box and I'd be so because my whole issue why I was bad because I was a decent hitter in the batting cage, but
You don't want to get hit.
so I would be trembling in the box.
You're nervous, Nelly.
You gotta
Yeah.
take one.
I know,
Once you take one, you realize, oh, it's not that.
Well, what my buddy did, he was afraid too, and his dad we
Just
practiced. His
drill
dad
him.
just beamed
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Getting
And
used to it.
Like when I was so afraid to play paintball, and then I played paintball, and
Yeah.
it's almost an adrenaline rush when you.
nobody at higher levels, you can't be afraid of it, and it doesn't hurt that much. You're
Love
just happy to be
paintball.
on base.
You ever play paintball?
I have not, I don't think. Ball's outside.
But you know how people say it like it hurts,
Yeah.
and you'd be afraid, kind of.
Yeah.
But I thought the same thing. But then I played it, and it's almost like exhilarating. You feel it, and you're like, God, you like it. I mean, but yeah, it stings. It stings. You like my sound
Okay.
effects?
At the called strike. Down to their last strike.
Did that break?
Tailed. It was not a breaking ball, but his fastball has natural movement.
Strike here. He was trying to get him to go.
He wanted to freeze him to end the game so bad.
Da-da-da-da-da.
It's a questionable.
Questionable ethics.
Yeah, questionable ethics.
Time's up.
Outside 3-2. No cover.
So like 2 hour game.
For 19 runs, 19 combined runs.
For 7 innings, barely.
6 and a
They
quarter.
won't.
Six and
They can't hit again, right? Because that's just pouring on. I feel like it's
I
kind of
mean, yeah.
disrespectful.
It doesn't matter that
Yeah,
much.
sportsmanship.
Oh, great job,
Ooh,
fan.
watch out.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
I just want to think of how much I'm screaming right back at us.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
right
I
on
wanna
the
catch
can.
one
Right
right
on
over the screen.
Yeah,
Yep.
you catch it really. Hey, that could you play
Yeah.
next game?
I wish.
Yeah,
I have 4 games this week. Outside ball 4.
Man, that's from 0-2 to
the game is not over.
Yeah.
4-2.
17 more groups and a blast.
Maybe this guy can spark that for me. I'll do this one.
Outside. Yeah, it's Mars first.
No, 1-1.
Pitch. Out of the stretch. Blows the fastball straight by him.
2-2.
1-2.
1-2.
No, he ain't taking progression.
What'd you think of Lindor's home run yesterday?
And he's nonchalantly
Yeah.
through the bat. Yeah, dude, I was loving it. And
Fans the
Matters.
greatest ball in the
Matters.
great And that is it. So
I was watching Django Unchained. That'll do it. Maryland versus Loyola. Maryland with a 19-0 shutout. Not necessarily 22, but the University of Maryland club baseball team seems to be rolling. They're going to have right now the handshake line. This is Noah Bland with Counter Shrek and Michael Hermalik. We're having a great time. I want to thank everybody who watched, all 10 viewers who are joining us today. We'll catch you next time against Virginia Tech. This has been a great time. Let's go Terps.
is Virginia Tech next?
Yeah.